Uh,
That looks okay.
that's fine.
Hello and welcome to an episode of Edson's
It's
show.
just as fine as Adam Sandler.
Today I wanted to talk about something that Edson wanted to talk about.
Very dearly. I just like how we have a picture of him, just like,
Hanging out. Well,
yeah.
we have to have a framed picture of him.
I feel like this is like a podcast thing on the TV. You know how it displays the image for you.
So, who are we here to talk about?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're here to talk about Adam Sandler. And a movie about Adam Sandler.
Yeah, his new movie. So we had this crazy idea. We had this crazy idea. We were talking about holograms and hologram watches, and we were like, man, wouldn't it be cool? I mean, you weren't like it would be cool. You were like it'd be stupid, but I was like, man, it'd be interesting if hologram stuff exists, and you could have like your favorite celebrity on your watch popping out and giving you the time.
Case in point, Adam Sandler telling you what time it is.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking of an Adam Sandler movie called It's Sand O'Clock. So the title is It's Sand O'Clock, and the cover of the DVD would have a picture of Adam Sandler looking at a wristwatch, and he's all scared looking. And so the movie goes a little something like this. It's morning. Adam Sandler wakes up. Adam Sandler tries to get as much of his day done as possible until his arch nemesis from middle school shows up to his house and says, "It's sand o'clock," and then dumps a bunch of sand into Adam Sandler's house.
Right, and the main conflict of the story is that Adam Sandler doesn't want this to happen.
Yeah, that's the main drive here. Adam Sandler does not want his house to be filled with sand. And it's always, every day, on the same time. Adam Sandler got really good at cleaning the sand out of his house. But he still does not want it to happen.
He's angry about it. Angry face Adam Sandler. You know that grumpy face that he does?
Yeah.
Because his nemesis keeps dropping sand on him.
Yeah.
And so he tries to prevent the sand from getting on his house. So they're saying he goes out of the house with an umbrella. And then there's sand coming into the house, but he's got an umbrella, and then the umbrella still breaks and he gets sand all over him.
Yeah, and there's like a whole montage of him trying different methods to not get sand in his house.
Yeah.
Every day at Sand O'Clock. So after the umbrella thing, which is the last one, there's the sad scene where Adam Sandler is walking down the suburban neighborhood, and there's sand falling out of his pants or whatever, and there's a shot of his pants, right? And there's sand falling out of him. That's the point. Okay.
Adam Sandler's iconic mid-movie pants shot.
Yeah. Where he steps in something or something bad happened and his pants are shown. Just to show you how bad it is, it's even in his pants. And he meets, what's that actor's name?
Girl?
Who plays God in Evan Almighty.
Oh. What the heck? Who is he?
He is a wise black guy. We know him.
Morgan Freeman.
Okay, yeah.
So, what the heck?
Okay, Adam Sandler's sad and his pants is filled with sand. And he's walking down the street and he meets Morgan Freeman, which is this wise old guy. And Morgan Freeman says some wise old guy stuff to him. And Adam Sandler's like, I feel a little better, but it doesn't really help, old man, because tomorrow it's just going to happen again. Sad Adam Sandler.
And wait, we passed over like a very important detail that Morgan Freeman owns a bottled water company.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, maybe he owns a bottled water company or some other kind of company that involves water, right? I was going to come to that where, like, Adam Sandler's talking to him, he's all sad, and then he finds out that Morgan Freeman owns this water company, right?
I thought like maybe Morgan Freeman would give him some insight and like something related to water and purification and cleaning, but
Yeah, maybe Adam Sandler's talking to him like, man, if only I could like purify my days of the sand, like clean and have a fresh start. And then Morgan Freeman's all like, I have a fresh, clean, I have a bottled water company called Fresh Clean Start. Adam Sandler's like, whoa, that's cool. But it doesn't click in yet. The climax of the movie is Adam Sandler's brain is too small.
oh, so he just what happens next? He's already like lost in his pants, his Adam Sandler pants.
Well, of course he gets to get his pants cleaned out, right? And he's like sad all day pretty much, and he probably meets the love interest somewhere, which is like, I mean, of course his arch nemesis has a girlfriend or whatever, and Adam Sandler like wants that one, but that's not the main interest in Adam Sandler movies. There has to be a girl that he hates. That's going to be the love interest.
Well, I was thinking like while he's walking and he's like getting his suit dry cleaned, he has to walk around in his underwear, right? And like he's like, oh, I hate walking around in my underwear all the time. And he's all grumpy, and he walks past the beach where the girl is.
Oh yeah, and she works as like a lifeguard or something. Right? She works there, and he hates her for some reason.
She's terrible. She's bad.
Maybe she laughs at him or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they were also like enemies in middle school. I don't care, right? They don't like each other. That's the deal. There doesn't have to be a reason for it. There never is.
So she's on her lifeguard chair on the beach, like in a totally unrelated spot where she can't actually save anyone who's swimming because she's so far up to the road.
Yeah, and Adam Sandler actually makes a note of that. He's all like, how are you gonna save anyone when you're so far away from the beach? And she's like, I don't know. She says something sassy back.
I like that she's just like stunned in fear, and Adam Sandler has this vision where she's like, hey, you're a big asshole, come on over here. So Adam Sandler's like, I don't want anything to do with the sand, and she's all snarky about it, and he's like, I gotta find a way to like sand again, or not like sand, but I gotta find a way to bring myself to walk on the beach again, and to do that he has to get rid of his nemesis from high school
in the sand. Okay.
Who is also this girl's girlfriend, and he wants this girl, but he hates this girl.
Yeah. And he looks at the beach and the water, and he loves water. He thinks water is awesome, right?
Yeah.
But he says, I like the beach, but I don't like sand. So this girl helps him to like the sand on the beach, right? He's like, sand's okay. Right? There's like a whole montage of them trying to get the Adam Sandler to walk on the sand. And Adam Sandler realizes that like walking like in the waves in the beach is really fun and he likes it. And he's like, I like that. But I don't like just sand.
I'm finding it harder and harder to get a grasp on what Adam Sandler likes, and I think that's just the mystery of his character, who he's playing here who is Adam Sandler. So what happens with the dump truck guy? He then he's like, yeah, the girl's good and sand is good. And then the dump truck guy shows up. I mean, his nemesis with the dump truck of sand shows up right there in his dump truck of sand. And he's like, you know what time it is? And he drives off and he's like, it's sand o'clock. Oh, and Adam Sandler's like, oh no, he's going to my house. So he's like, he turns to the girl. He's like, I need your car keys. I'm taking your car. And she's like, no, and he takes the keys anyway, because he's on a mission to go home. And there's this, then he goes home, and then he's home. He's like, "Where's the dump truck guy? I thought he was coming."
He is coming.
Adam Sandler was just faster.
That was a big twist.
So then Adam Sandler's on his lawn with the broken umbrella, and the sand guy comes out.
Yeah.
And you know what he says?
Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus.
And he starts dumping sand, and then there's Adam Sandler's house is full of sand. And Adam Sandler doesn't like this, and he remembers the old guy just happens to be walking around.
And Adam Sandler sees Morgan Freeman. Right. Well, he pokes his head out of his sandy house.
And Morgan Freeman comes up and he's like, "You need to purify your soul with the rain of 1,000 gods," and then something like that.
And Adam Sandler's like, "Yeah, that's it. Rain."
Yeah, Adam Sandler gets that look on his face, and he's like, "Ding."
I know what to do.
It's not actually a ding, it's just a light bulb above his head.
"I want you to get your bottled water truck." And Morgan Freeman. And then, okay, that's all he says. No, he says, like, "I need you to do something." And then the next scene starts, right? And the next day, Adam Sandler's taking some sand out of his shoes. And the truck guy shows up. He's all, it's Santa Claus. And Adam Sandler's like, "Oh boy, it's Santa Claus. That's fantastic news."
Bad guy's all confused.
He's like, "What? I thought you hated sand." And Adam Sandler's like, "Yeah, I guess I did." The bad guy's like, "Well, let's see if you like my sand." And he dumps the sand in Adam Sandler's house. And while he's dumping, Adam Sandler says, "Now, Morgan Freeman." And Morgan Freeman comes up on the other side of the house with his water truck and pours water all over Adam Sandler's house. Now, there's this big beach.
Adam Sandler has a beach party with all the girls.
Yeah, a bunch of hot MILFs show up.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Whoa, I love your sand house." And Adam Sandler's like, "Oh, yeah." And they're like, "Well, we can't play in the beach in the sand house because there's no bodyguard." And then lifeguard. And then the lifeguard shows up and they're just like, "Now there is a lifeguard." Wait, but it gets better. She's all like, "I quit my job at the other beach because I was too far away to save anyone."
The car isn't mentioned again. Adam Sandler's car is never spoken of again. Is that the end?
No. There's the scene where they get together and they're all happy and they get married. The lifeguard and Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then there's the scene that's like later on.
Yeah.
It's in the hospital. She's on her deathbed. She's old. Adam Sandler walks in, but Adam Sandler is still young. Adam Sandler is still just Adam. He's just Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler walks. He's playing Adam Sandler, and Adam Sandler walks in on this old girl, and this old girl is his wife, and she's dying because she's too old.
And Adam Sandler brings her some flowers, and he says, "Happy Sandiversary," because it was the anniversary of the day the sand thing happened.
It's not their wedding anniversary. It's
just the sand.
It's the Adam Sandler-versary.
Yeah.
To celebrate Adam Sandler.
She's all like, "Oh, you remembered after all these years," and he's like, "Oh yeah, sand." And then
she dies.
And
they go to the funeral, right? And at the funeral, they're burying her, and they bury her in the sand, like the dump truck guy comes back.
The dump truck guy's like all sad, and he's like, "It's Santa Claus."
Yeah, and he's wearing like a pink dress and bunny ears because he lost a bet to Adam Sandler somewhere in the movie.
Yeah, he lost like a bet to Adam Sandler, and he's doing something embarrassing. And Adam Sandler is all smug about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like sad, and he says it's the last. It looks like it's the last Santa Claus, or something about that.
And then she's buried, and Adam Sandler wins.
Adam Sandler's sad, but he wins. but he's not that sad.
Oh, and then Morgan Freeman drives by, like flies by in a magical water bottle wagon.
Adam Sandler looks at him all wistfully, like, thanks for your help, wise old man, all those years ago.
You just say thanks, Morgan Freeman.
And then the credits roll, and it plays, well, Sandman, of course. Mr. Sandman.
But Taylor Swift sings it.
Yeah, it's like a top 40 version of Mr. Sandman, where Taylor Swift sings it. And then that's it.